So we finally got some decent kit leaks for Mydei, so I can finally make an entire video about them. Right, let's just get straight into it, no bullshit. Basic attack deals imaginary damage equals to X% of Mydei's max HP to a single enemy. Nothing new, basic, who cares, right? Skill consumes X% of his max HP and then deals imaginary damage equal to X% of max HP to a single enemy and adjacent target. So for anyone who's confused, this is two different instances of damage, I believe. One is consuming his max HP and the other is scaling to his max HP. So that's the difference between those two. And next we have the ultimate deals imaginary damage equal to X% of his max HP to a single enemy and adjacent targets. Mydei restores X% of his health, right? So he just does a big attack that consumes his health, and then afterwards he gains some health back, which is pretty interesting, right? Next we have the talent. Now for the talent, each time Mydei consumes or loses health, the amount is accumulated into a blood pool. After consuming or losing health equal to X% of his max HP, Mydei enters an enhanced state, resetting the blood pool and immediately allows him to take action. While in this enhanced state, Mydei's chances of being attacked increases and his max health increases by X%, and the corresponding HP is restored. Defense is decreased when he's in this enhanced state, which is interesting. The skill is enhanced into an enhanced skill. In the enhanced state, the blood pool can store up to X% of his max health. Each time the blood pool is filled, Mydei will immediately take action, so he gets completely action forwarded, and the next enhanced skill will be even further enhanced. Next, we have his traces. So his first trace, when Mydei is in the enhanced state, if he receives lethal damage, meaning if he dies basically, he lives with 1 HP no matter what, exits the enhanced state, and restores a certain amount of health. Trace 2, Mydei's crit rate increases based on X% of max HP up to a maximum of X% crit rate. And Trace 3, while he's in his enhanced state, the blood pool accumulates HP at an increased rate of X% when Mydei is attacked. Now this is the more important part in my opinion, right? Because there's always the question, E0S0, E0S1, E1S0, right? And I'll let you guys decide and I'll give my own opinion, right? So for his E1, Mydei ignores X% of enemy defense when dealing damage. When healed, X% of the healing amount is added to the blood pool. So for people who don't understand just how dummy this is, right? So when Mydei loses HP, that accumulates in the blood pool. However, healing doesn't do anything for his blood pool. However, that's only if you don't have his E1. So if you get his E1, not only will losing HP accumulate into his blood pool, but being healed will as well accumulate into his blood pool. Basically meaning you now have two different ways of accumulating the blood pool, allowing him to be in his enhanced state way more often and as well get action forwarded way more often. So this E1, outside of the enemy defense when dealing damage, which is already really good, the second part here allows him to be in his enhanced state and do just way more turns and take way more turns a lot easier. So this E1 is pretty broken, right? E2, when attacked, Mydei deals X% of max HP as quake damage to enemies. This damage cannot kill enemies, so even if he does technically overkill them in terms of damage, they will live as he can't fully kill them. E4, Mydei's ult has increased healing by X% and he gets increased damage by X%. And then it's E6, Mydei will start the battle in his enhanced state each use of an enhanced skill will increase his max HP by X%, stacking up to X amount of times. And the reason why this E1 becomes even more broken if you get the S1 is because the light cone increases the wearer's max HP by X% and incoming healing boost by X%. Using an enhanced skill or ult consumes a percent of max HP and increases the damage of that attack by X%. So this light cone is literally giving him 3 different buffs, right? For one, it's straight up a stat stick for his max HP. For the second half, he gets an increased healing boost from any sustain who's healing him on his team. And then the third one is that he just gets increased damage overall on his enhanced skill or ultimate. So 3 buffs in one light cone. And this healing boost paired with the E1, which I showed you earlier, that accumulates into his blood pool, makes him that much more broken, right? So he can't really take full advantage of the light cone without his E1. So in my opinion, E1 S0 is looking like the best way to pull Mydei right now. However, if you have even more Jades, enough to get his E1 S1, that's where he's likely going to have his greatest value, in my opinion. He's going to start shining a lot more if you get him E1 S1, as he's probably going to be accumulating his blood pool incredibly quickly. Like, he's almost always going to be in his enhanced state, always getting action forwarded. Like, I imagine he's going to be incredibly strong at E1 S1. Now, yes, I understand that is pretty high investment. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Hopefully, he's still very strong at E0 S0. However, just know that this E1 S1 combo, or even just the E1, is an absolute game changer and is easily going to make him way stronger than he is at E0 S0. So yeah, that's all the leaks we have. This over here on the light cone side, it just goes through what I already talked about it prior, right? So just ignore that. This is all we have for Mydei kit leaks. We should get numbers at some point in a few days. However, those numbers you shouldn't take as seriously, as we are very close at this point to getting to in-game leaks. Like, we're only like 9 days away, right? So that's all the leaks we have for Mydei. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.